So today we are redrafting the 2018 NHL draft. We redrafted the 2020 and 2019 draft. Those are public on the YouTube channel, or they're just in the last NordCast episodes. So with the 2018 draft here today, this is the Dahlin, Svechnikov, Kotkaniemi draft class. Very interesting class of players there. But regardless, I have the first pick, so I'm just going to get straight into it here. With the first pick, the Buffalo Sabres are going to select Quinn Hughes. I think he's the best defenseman of this draft. Oop, I got to type on it first. He's the best defenseman from this draft class. I think, honestly, nobody comes close. Had a great season as the captain and is probably going to be the Norris Trophy winner this year. I think he slowly or barely passes Dahlin on this list, but you could argue Dahlin is better. It's an argument, it's a debate that's going to be happening for many years to come. But regardless, I have Quinn Hughes at first overall. Carter, who do you have at the second overall selection?
Well, with the second overall pick, I am going to take the first overall pick, Rasmus Dahlin.
I like that. Dahlin in the draft that I did myself, I have him at the second overall pick as well. That's a good pick there. I think that Dahlin, again, he's been a little bit slower in development in Buffalo, which because it's Buffalo, but I still think that he has the chance to be a great number one defenseman. Already is, arguably, and hopefully the future will be bright for him, and hopefully he sees the playoffs very soon. Jack, you got your third overall pick here. It's the Montreal Canadiens. The original pick was Kotkaniemi. I hope it's not Kotkaniemi this time for the sake of my sanity. But Jack, who are you taking at third overall?
Brady Tkachuk is going to move up one spot.
Okay, I like that a lot. I think that's the right pick there at fourth overall. I think that you look in terms of overall value in this class. I think Tkachuk has, he's a physical guy. He does put up a lot of points, and I think has the most points of this class. And I think that he definitely should at least go at the third overall selection. For me, next up now, I'm going to go with the guy at second overall, at fourth overall, Andrei Svechnikov. Now, he's missed some time with some injuries, but I do think that when he's been up in the NHL, he's been very consistent. We talked about before that he can score Michigan goals. He moves the puck very well, scores at a good rate, and I think that above all, he's a guy that is going to be a force to be reckoned with the next couple of years. So I'm taking him at fourth overall. Fifth overall, back to Carter. Originally, they selected Barrett Hayton of the Coyotes, but who are you going with here at fifth, Carter?
I am going to take Noah Dobson with this pick.
I like that. Dobson this past year had a great season. Is fifth in scoring in this class. I think he's the best defenseman on the Islanders currently, and I think that they'd be stupid not to go with him here at this fifth overall pick. So moving into sixth overall, you have Jack with Detroit. Detroit took one of the biggest busts in Philip Zadina, but hopefully Jack doesn't go with him again. Jack, who are you taking here?
Yeah, if they had a chance to do it all again, I'm going to go Evan Bouchard here.
All right, I like that. I think Bouchard is a good offensively talented defenseman, is in the conference finals right now, is playing well, had a great season overall offensively. I think it's right to go with Bouchard at that pick. Back to me now at the seventh overall selection. If I'm Vancouver, I'm looking for a forward here. I'm taking Joel Farabee. Why is it bold? From the Philadelphia Flyers, Farabee's been a talented player the last couple of seasons with the Flyers, and I think he's been very underrated. He was honestly the best scorer from this class for a while. Then he had some down years, but I think these past couple of seasons has shown himself to be a legitimate NHLer at this level with the Philadelphia Flyers. So I have him at seventh overall. Carter, back to you at eighth overall. Sucks I couldn't give Jack this pick because it's his Blackhawks. But Carter, who are you taking here at eighth overall? And please don't screw it up for Jack. Jack needs a good player here.
Let me, let me scroll down to the lowest point total. No. With this pick, the Chicago Blackhawks, Jackie, you're gonna get Sean Dursey with this pick.
Okay.
Ooh, going a little bit off the board. I like that.
Yeah, that's kind of a hot take, but I like it.
No, I like it. I think Dursey had a good year with Arizona as a defenseman. Seeing him play in person, he looked good. He's probably their best defender. Now, I don't know if I take him at that spot, but I do like having Dursey in the top 10. I think that's a good pick by Carter. Jack, do you approve?
I approve.
Cool. All right, ninth overall, back to Jack here. So, Jack, you have ninth. Vitaly Kravtsov was to the Rangers originally, but I think you're not going to go with him. Who are you taking at ninth?
Yeah, absolutely not. I'm gonna take Jesperi Kotkaniemi here.
Okay, I like that. I like that too. I think it's an interesting pick. I don't know if I go that high with Kakanyemi, but I do like him at ninth. I think listen, the last couple of years he's been very inconsistent, but I think that he's a solid bottom six forward. I think he does probably leave Carolina, but I think
He
that
should
he
have
does,
stayed in Montreal.
yeah, honestly. I mean, Kakanyemi got offer sheeted, so he didn't really have a choice.
It's
Or he
tough.
could have said no. But obviously, Kakanyemi, not a bad pick there at ninth. Back to me at 10th. Now, the guys we've taken so far, besides I think Sean Dursey, have all been first round picks. I'm going to go off the board. I'm taking Yegor Sharangovich at 10th overall in this draft. Carter doesn't like that a lot, but I'm taking Sharangovich. Had a spectacular year with the Flames this past season, was second in scoring in their overall points. I think you'd be stupid when you look at the overall board here to not go with Sharangovich at 10th overall. So, Carter, after I stole your player, who are you thinking here for 11th overall?
Well, I am going to take a guy who did have a little bit of an off year this year, but he was playing on a pretty bad Washington Capitals team. I'm going to take Rasmus Sandin with this pick.
Good pick. I like that. I have Sandin. If I did my own mock draft, I would have Sandin in my top 10. I think Sandin's a great offensively driven defenseman, has some good defensive abilities to his game too. And I think that he should definitely be at least in the top 15 when we're looking in terms of a redraft. So, second straight pick here to the Islanders. They originally took Noah Dobson, but Jack, you can't go with Dobson. Who are you taking here at the 12th overall selection?
Yeah, I don't know if this is really a hot take. It shouldn't be, but I'm gonna go with Philip Kurashev. He's my favorite player on the Blackhawks right now.
Good pick. I like that. I look in terms of this draft class. You're down. You're looking when you're going by points. You don't see a lot of guys here that are above Khrushchev that haven't been taken. Has been a solid middle six guy for the Blackhawks. I'd say has been a part of the youth movement with this team. And I think Khrushchev's
Absolutely.
a good pick there at the 12th overall pick. So with my final pick here in this draft, honestly, you look at it in terms of the class, there isn't a whole lot of guys that like are well known. You look at the players. I'll go down to the goalies here, see who I have to choose with. Ooh, can't believe he's still on the board. I'm going with Lucas Dostal at 13th overall. Bit of a take, I agree, but looked great in Worlds. I think that in the next couple of seasons, he's going to look spectacular for the Anaheim Ducks as their starting goalie. So I'm going with Lucas Dostal there at that pick. That's my final pick. Carter, you got your final pick here. You got the Flyers, actually. 14th overall was Joel Farabee. I think you can't pick Farabee, but who are you taking at 14th overall? And please don't let it be Samuel Urson.
Don't worry, it is not. Um, this is I am sticking with what I've done. I have gone defensive heavy every single fucking draft we've done. Like the last two, I've just gone defense pretty much the entire way. And this draft, I'm only gonna pick defensemen because with my last pick, God, I don't even know. With my last pick, I am gonna take Adam Boquist.
Ooh. Over Keandre Miller?
I like Boquist a lot. Kind of how
Interesting.
he plays. I love the way he moves. He's a
You love the
great.
way I think I no, I
He's a
agree.
good skater.
I think he's a good skater. I think he's played well with the Blackhawks and the Blue Jackets. Has faced some injury issues, but I think above all, he's a good defensive defenseman. I don't hate that pick. And finally, with Jack's last pick here at 15th overall, Mr. Polka, who are you taking?
I'm gonna go Keandre Miller here.
Good pick. I think that's a good finish there. I like this draft a lot. We got a lot of controversy about our 2019 one. Hopefully, our 2018 one isn't as bad. I just realized I said the first names for a lot of these guys for the first like 5 picks, and then I stopped doing it. Apologies for that. I don't know why the hell I did that. Probably because I did. Who knows? I don't know. I was like tired when I made this, but regardless, that'll do it for our 2018 redraft. For those who are watching this, thank you very much. If you enjoyed, subscribe down below. Go follow the NordCast on our respective platforms, and if you're watching on the episode end of things, that'll do it for episode number 57. Next episode will probably be our Stanley Cup Finals preview. We'll do some more draft talk as well. but we're nearing the end of the 23-24 season, and things are getting very interesting. So thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed me, like, subscribe down below if you're on the YouTube end of things. If you're on the podcast end of things, be sure to give us a good review, tell your friends, and obviously follow on the Spotify or Apple Podcasts, wherever you listen. If you want to follow the NordCast Instagram, follow at NordCast_. If you want to follow the TikTok, follow at NordCast. Anyways, that'll do it for the crew. See you guys in the next episode. Adios.